ആലപ്പുഴ അർത്തുങ്കൽ കടപ്പുറത്ത് ക്രിക്കറ്റ് കളിച്ച ഒരാളെ നമ്മൾ കണ്ടില്ലേ? അവിടെ ക്രിക്കറ്റ് കളിയും കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ആശാൻ ഒരു മുങ്ങലായിരുന്നു. പൊങ്ങിയത് ഫോർട്ട് കൊച്ചിയിലാണ്. നമുക്ക് അദ്ദേഹത്തെ നേരിട്ട് കാണാം. Everyone knows. ക്രിക്കറ്റിലെ പറക്കും മനുഷ്യനാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മളോട് ചേർന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. സോ ദ ഫ്ലൈയിങ് മാൻ ഓഫ് ക്രിക്കറ്റ് ഫൈനലി in Fort Kochi. Is this your first visit in Kerala?
It's not my first visit to Kerala. I've been to Trivandrum before. I have been to Kochi before, but the first time staying in the fort, so in Fort Kochi.
So what attracts Kerala?
Well, I think for us, my wife she's a yoga teacher as well as an architect. So the architecture, there's a lot of similarities with South Africa. We've also had Dutch, Portuguese, British colonization. So I live in Pietermaritzburg. I was born in Pietermaritzburg, and it was interesting because that was when he first sort of started his his stand against oppression, because he was kicked off the train because he was in the white carriage, and in that town where he was kicked off the train, that was my hometown. So if it wasn't for us being so rude and racist in the old days, maybe Gandhiji wouldn't have started his campaigning. I know it was his birthday yesterday, his birthday anniversary.
So you are partially become an Indian, kind of.
Well, my daughter's name is India.
That's I know.
So I do. I feel very much part Indian, and we live like a local, and I think that's been such an important part of our journey in India. We don't come here as visitors. I mean, we really feel like we are at home.
I love it. We've just been here we've been in Kerala for 10 days now, and this is our second day in Kochi, and we've just been on a hour walk just in I think it's a 4-kilometer radius, and we are blown away at the history of this place. And we share a lot of this history because in South Africa we also had the Portuguese, and then we had the Dutch, and then we had the British. So it's so interesting to share some of that history and to see the impact that it had here, and how in India everything is just so layered and beautiful and multi-dimensional and colorful. So it's beautiful.
Kochi is something special, is it?
Definitely. I would love to bring more of my friends and family to come visit.
And you're coming first time to Kochi?
Yes. I mean, Jonty's been here many times, but this is my first time, and the children, they're with us. It's their first time too.
So you live in Goa?
Yes, we live in Goa for 5 to 6 months a year.
What about the food in Kerala? Do you like spicy?
We love spicy. So we spent 10 days in an Ayurvedic retreat in Kanusti, and we just ate incredible food. I'm not sure if it's Kerala inspired or Ayurvedic inspired, but we're feeling so great after this. Hello.
Hello.
And this is India. This is our daughter India.
Oh, she's out with her mother. They're having a mother-daughter environment this morning. So we were all out as a family this morning, and they've gone out as a mother and daughter because she gets a little bit harassed because everyone's, you're India. But so they are out.
Yesterday you played cricket in Alappuzha. That video became viral in Kerala. So.
Yeah, I think the reason why it was viral, especially my friends in South Africa, because I actually played one shot with a straight bat, because they're used to seeing me playing the sweep, the reverse sweep, the pull shot. They're not accustomed. Even Graham Smith, the former captain of South Africa, he remarked on Instagram and said, "Jonty, surely that did not go straight?" with a big question mark. So my teammates all know me as the sweep and the reverse sweep kind of guy.
Why don't you play straight bat?
No, because I think I was a hockey player. So half of my life I was 6 months hockey, 6 months cricket. So the cross bat shots for me were much easier than trying to play with a straight bat. As much as I tried, it was much easier. Being short in stature, we played on bouncy wickets in South Africa. So using the pace and the bounce and playing the pull shot was much easier for me. So it took everybody by surprise in South Africa. Carnoustie Resort, I rode from the resort to the beach on a bicycle. With Sudesh, he was a cop from right on. There's a police station right on the beach there, and they're the ones that introduced the cricket. So I went there to go. He said, please. He bumped into me outside the resort. We would go walking into the village in the mornings, my wife and I. And he said, please, they're trying to support the young cricketers in the village, so can we come? And yeah, that's been the amazing thing, is that if you stay in your hotel, in your room, you never really get to see what's happening around you, and how can you impact on the community. And we as I said, we like to get out. My wife and I walk the kids. We were riding bicycles into the village, and it was really amazing. And from that one meeting, going down to the cricket and the beach the next day, so trying to be positive and have a positive impact wherever we go, just by being open to people.
So you're wearing a Malayalam alphabet T-shirt. So can you spell that?
No, I definitely did. I'm work in progress, that's for sure. But as I said, it's so important that when we travel, we're not just tourists, but we do try and support local, artisans as well, whether it's in the food and in the restaurants, and also, in the fabric and the retail. So,
have you know about the Asia Cup episode? So what's your stand on that?
Sure, I think, as soon as you introduce politics and sport, there's always going to be a bit of a mess somewhere. We're sad to see, obviously, there's a lot of tensions between India and Pakistan, and that's, the players have been consistent in their sort of stance. It's sad. I mean, it really is sad that, especially living in a place like Fort Kochi or Kerala, where there is such tolerance of people who are different. So, I think as I said, as soon as you mix politics and sport, there's going to be a mess somewhere along the line. So, yeah, sad to see what had happened, especially considering it had been such a good game. It was a fantastic final, and India had won 2 of the matches in the tournament itself. So, to have a final that was that close and then spoiled by that, it's tough. It's tough to see.
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.